Hello, my YouTube friends. Welcome to the Audio Master Show. Thanks so much for joining in today. It is Friday, and I am so glad it's Friday, man. I hope you guys are pumped up like me. Oh, man. Can't wait to slam that door in the studio and start recording, man. How about you guys, man? Have you been in your recording studio lately? You've got tons of gear in that recording studio, thousands and thousands of dollars just sitting in there, man. Get in there and get inspired, man. I hope this show will inspire you today to get in there and do what you do best and love. Whew, that's right, man. You wouldn't have spent all that money on all that gear if you didn't love recording and getting in the studio and playing music. Oh my gosh, man. You have found the show to inspire you to get back in your studio, break out that old classic guitar that you have, that was handed down to you from your dad, that old Gibson Les Paul or whatever was handed down to you or whatever you invested in your dreams when you were younger, or perhaps just got into a situation, maybe a marriage or whatever, and the old lady don't like you going in the studio and spending all that much time in there recording. Dude, go in there and slam that door and tell everybody I'll be out when I'm out. Lock that door in your studio, man, and crank up those preamps, those reel to reels, get them all linked up and whatnot. Whatever your medium you're working with, man, crank it all up, fire it up, get inspired, man. Listen to some old music that you listened to when you were younger, cruising the drag strips, on a Friday and Saturday night. Remember those nights where it was just cruising around? Ah, some of your favorite music that got you all pumped up about life, about breathing, about the next day, about the new girl you just seen. These are great things to write about, man. These are great. These are inspirational moments that happen in your life that you can take to the next level, man, and go shut that door in the studio and shut everything else out, because you've been doing that, right? And how's that working for you? I say that because I was in a situation to where, anyway, I just want to make this short. Don't let nobody discourage you or keep you from being you. Continue being you and march to your own drum beat always and never forget that, and do what your heart and your love and what your desires are, man. Find your happy. That's what my brother says best. He says it best. He says find your happy. He's always telling me find your happy, telling others find your happy. I found my happy, man. My happy is in my recording studio, and I love being in my recording studio, man. I love turning up all those preamps. And after I do my show, I love getting here and writing and playing the piano. I actually started to learn the piano. I've been a musician for nearly 30 years now, and played with pianists and played with other people in bands that play keyboards and whatnot. And I've always loved the piano. I really have. I've always loved it, but I've always just been trying to work on my skills and get faster at my own playing and guitar, that I never really tried to learn the piano. And I would just every now and then just tinker and, you know, with little melodies and whatever I could find on there, but never. So when this COVID thing hit last March, and put everybody in a lockdown, I said, you know what, I'm gonna start learning piano. So I actually started learning piano, and and I've got, many miles to go to actually get, to where I'm happy with my playing. But here's the thing, I started learning a new instrument, man, and I'm so happy. It gets me in the studio and it gives me a whole different idea of how I write, just here's the thing about piano, man. You never have to tune the thing up if it's a electric, a keyboard of some sort. You don't have to worry about tuning. It's always in tune. You push a button, you turn it on, And there you go, man. And so I love playing my piano now, and I love writing new tunes. In fact, I'm going to be coming out with several tunes with piano, and I really haven't decided on genre or style or whatever. Um, there's so many different directions to go as far as being creative and an artist. You can write in different genres, and you can depending on what instruments come into play and tempo and beat and four to the floor and all that other good stuff. It could be EDM stuff, which I like EDM stuff. And if any of you guys out there want to sing me, let me sing to some of your EDM tracks, and you're just a guy that likes to get behind the keyboards and put together loops and beats and all that other stuff, I would really like to do some stuff like the old school stuff, write some stuff like Depeche Mode and those guys like that. Man, I really have that voice for that, and I have that creative writing style for that. So if you guys are out there and want to send me some stuff, man, let's collaborate together. As always, that's what it's about. The internet is about bringing people together in this big world that we all share. And part of my job here is on my YouTube channel is to inspire each and every one of you musicians out there and engineers out there to get in your recording studio, start calling up friends, start calling up people you know, heck, even reach out to people you don't know, like me. And if you're new to the channel, and get acquainted, man. You never know who you're going to meet, and it's always an inspiration to meet new people and to get in that creative vibe, man, because you never know who's going to bring something to the table that you've been missing out. You've been needing in your recording studio. You've been needing the advice. You've been needing the encouragement. You've been needing the uh, camaraderie. Man, I get so pumped up. Thank you guys for joining in today. As always, this is the Audio Master Show. And if you haven't hit that subscribe button, right down snare like a snare drum, just go ahead and hit on that snare a little bit and slam that bell out the park. That way it'll keep you notified every time that I get on here and do a show. And you don't want to miss out because I'm always giving little snippets and little bits of this and little bits of that to help you in your recording studio as far as mixing your tracks, little techniques, things that I've learned and ironed out through the years of mixing. And thank you for Mix Magazine. Thank you for Electronic Musician. Thank you for Home Recording. Thank you for all those magazines that we were able to purchase in the early 90s. And without all those great information, it really took me to another level to actually start experimenting on my own in the recording studio and practicing some of these techniques that all these great engineers of all time, Eddie Kramer, all these great engineers out there that share their information in these magazines for all of us to learn as we grow into the audio recording world. Oh man, we got a lot of great things going on. Oh, and also, if you're just joining in, we have a Shure SM7B microphone that's been in the drawing for some time, and we will be giving one away, I promise. And here's the thing: all you have to do is subscribe to the channel. It's easy, man. It's really easy. Subscribe, slam that bell out the park, right? And type down there in the comments, okay? In the comments or private message me, which a lot of you have been doing, that you love Shure microphones and why you like a Shure microphone, okay? It's that easy. That's part of the deal that we struck up to get the deals on the microphones. And just leave your comment as why. Maybe you don't even have one, but you've seen one on stage and every concert that you've ever went to, and that's good enough. I've seen the Shure SM 58 on every stage that a concert I ever went to. That's it. That'll get you in the drawing, okay? Also, we have another really cool thing, and that is the Audio Master t-shirts. Ah, man, they're going to be smoking hot, and everybody wants to be on fire with a black shirt. And oh, I'm not going to tell you. I'm not going to tell you the color it is, man, but I will tell you it's a black shirt, and it's got Audio Master right here. It's got something really, really cool stapled across here on this arm sleeve, and then it's got something really, really cool stapled across on this arm sleeve. And you're going to be a stud walking around out there, man, with an Audio Master t-shirt. So 10, I am giving away to my loyal subscribers. Thank you guys for being with me since 2012. I appreciate you, all of you. I know you can't be on here all the time when I'm doing a show, but thank you guys since 2012, my loyal subscribers. I'm picking 10, and the ones that's been commenting recently, and I'm giving these shirts out to you so that you will have an Audio Master t-shirt. And the others we're going to be doing drawings on, so you don't want to miss out on having one, man, for the summer to wear. Everybody's going to want an Audio Master t-shirt just because they're smoking hot, man. Whew. So another cool thing, thank you for writing in, Dr. Fun. I love your name, by the way, Dr. Fun. That's really kind of a cool name. Very, very unique. Thank you for writing in the other night and private messaged me on the telephone microphone. And you wanted to see the, hey, Nazario, what's it going on, man? How you doing, my brother? Oh, man, it's good that you're being able to pop in today. I hope you're doing great on this Friday, man. It's such a beautiful day outside here. And anyway, I wanted to get in and do a video today because I'm thinking about going down the beach this afternoon, and I'm not going to be able to get in a video tonight, man, and hang out with you guys. So I was like, man, I'm just going to get on and hang out at work, but watching. Thank you so much, man. Hey, I don't know if you missed out the other night, but I actually made it to the t-shirt shirt shop, right? And these guys are really artists over there, man. They took me in the back room, and showed me all his work and everything. And I was just honored, man. And he showed me all his work for 16 years. He showed me everything. And he got real creative with my Audio Master t-shirt. And you're going to love it, man. So I can't wait to get it. I think we're gonna have them in maybe Tuesday or Wednesday of next week, and I'm gonna do a show, and then I'm gonna get you one out. I'm gonna get you. You're gonna get one, man. You're gonna love this shirt. But Doctor Fun wrote in last night, man, and I did a video on having a phone, making an old school phone. um, Now these phones I grew up with when I was a kid. These were all in the 70s. You seen them on the Brady Bunch, Charlie's Angels, and all those shows like that. Back in the day, these were how people communicated. This was in my time area when I was a kid. But actually, I have several of these. I have just about every color except blue. But you can make a killer microphone out of these things, man. And yeah, I know it is, isn't it nice, man? And if you missed out on the video last night, I let you guys in on how it sounded. And dude, you really have that microphone, that phone vintage sound for laying down some recording tracks or even just playing around and having a good time and doing your YouTube shows with one. I don't know, it's just cool. And these cords stretch out for miles. But Dr. Fun wrote in and said he wanted to see the end of how I connected that. And that's it right there, man. It's real basic. It's just a 1/4 inch connector. And this unscrews right here at this 1/4 inch. It unscrews. And then on the inside of here, you have a hot and you have a ground. And that's all I did, man, was just solder 2 wires together and made a really cool microphone out of this foam, man. It's just awesome, dude. These are you hear a lot of heavy, like I don't know if you want to call it grunge music these days, or back when I was listening to some of it, it was called heavy metal, but now it's like grunge or thrash or whatever you want to call it. But they're using a phone like this, going through a little bit of second and third saturation on their preamp and creating that gritty, nasty sound. And they're using these telephones, man, to do it. And now they have plugins or whatever, but uh, originally they started out using these before they had all the plugins, and they were using these phones right here, these old vintage phones, and really, really cool. I've got and I'll tell you something. They all sound different because I plug this in. See, this little cord comes out on this end of the phone, right? And then you have what looks like this right here. And so what's kind of cool is I've got a yellow one hanging up, I got a green one, a white one, and a red one hanging up in here. And so I put this in my yellow one, just testing it out, and it sounds different than the red one. And so depending on what year it wrote off the assembly and what speaker they have on the inside, makes a difference on how it sounds. Don't ask for wet t-shirt. I won't ask for a wet t-shirt contest, man. I promise. But that's okay. I will say this, Nazario, the t-shirts that I have made is a tri-blend t-shirt. And so I got most of them made in large, okay, because I can wear large, and I figure if I can wear large, a lot, but they're stretchy. You see how this shirt is? I'm not sure. This may be a tri-blend too, but everything stretches on the shirt. And so I mean, look how much this shirt just stretches out, I mean, it stretches. And so here's the thing about the tri-blend when they're not 100% cotton is they last longer, okay? The color seems to stay in there better, and they just look better, they just look better all around. But I hope you like it, man. I won't ask anybody to do it. That's funny, man. Okay. I would say something to that comment, but I might be stepping out of line if I do so. So I'm gonna watch my tongue with that. Um, but yeah, man, these phones are killer and they all sound different. And I just love that, Dr. No. I wanted to get on here today and share that with you, man, and show you the end. All it is just a 1/4 inch jack on the end of it. Now, here's the thing. This is what I want to do. I didn't have an XLR connector on hand, and I didn't want to cut one of my nice monster cables just for, a quick build, something that's fun to do, right? So, what I'm gonna do is just probably get online and on Amazon or whatever and order me one, just an XLR connector, and then I can make the solder myself. XLR is really good for long runs and all that other stuff. You guys know all about what the benefits are between XLR and 1/4 inch, so I won't go into that. But I do think it'll sound better on this um, cable and look kind of cooler. And I got a way that I'm probably going to hot glue this cable into the XLR so that it won't come out or try to come out. But really kind of cool, man. Kind of a neat little thing to have your friends over and say, "Hey, man, I'm gonna do a vocal track. You guys sit over there on the couch and watch this and break out one of these things, man, and start singing in it." Or you may have an artist that comes over and say, "Hey, look, I want the background vocals to be sang through this." I mean, have you ever heard that? I don't think I've heard a three-part harmony, somebody singing through a telephone before. But that's how we get creative, man. We get creative in our thinking, and who knows what we're going to do or come up with at the drop of a hat by just being creative, right? So let me see what you said down there, Nazario. I got my a lot of times when I have this sound thing up, I can't see what you guys are writing. Elbow call. Oh wow, yeah, right. Okay, master. If you work on the, if you let's see, Yo Master. If you work on an Audio Master Facebook page, you can feature your following wear the t-shirts. Yeah. Okay. So you had asked about this the other night. That sounds great. I do want to have a Facebook page that's specifically for Audio Master. I'm not really quite sure how I'm going to build that or how to build that. However, I did build a page that you asked about, and it is I'll get back with you on it, but it's been so long since I visited the page. It's called something Go Musicians, Facebook Go Musicians, but it is another page that I created, a group page for my Facebook, and there's a place that different musicians can put their music on this page, to where I was trying to build like a little hub for everyone to showcase their stuff that they do in their home recording studio and whatever. And I started this group page, I don't know, Nazario, I want to say maybe 5 years ago or 6 years ago. And I get people that visit it because it'll say your page got a new view or whatever on it. But I do want so I'll get with you on that and give you that page link, Nazario, so you can check it out and see what you think. But I do want to create a Facebook page. You're on my personal Facebook now, but I'd like to create something really kind of cool for Audio Master, with Audio Master up there, a group, and just to be able to link all this together. I do have a what else do I have that I want to say, you can link it all up together. You can link your Twitter, you can link all these different social media places up together. And wouldn't that be cool? I think that would really help me out, help my channel grow, man. I did want to mention to you, Nazario, I'm actually about 1,400 hours from being monetized now on my channel, which I've been working really hard to get, to share information with everyone and to encourage people to join this cool channel. As you know, it's a real channel. It's nothing scripted, and it's nice hanging out with people that are real. That it just you don't feel like you're just watching something all pieced together or whatever. But I'm only 1,400 hours under my monetization now, man, and that'll kind of be nice to be able to do that, and to it's just about bringing people together is really what I want to do. I want to bring people together who love the recording studio, who maybe have been missing out for years because of maybe a bad marriage, or uh, or a divorce or whatever. A lot of times, a lot of us can go through things in our life that we don't understand why, but it happens to many of us, and there's no explanation why. That we didn't do anything wrong, or didn't do anything biblically wrong, or whatever you want to say. It just happens to us, and I'm trying to encourage other people. Hey, look, don't let the trials that we go through in life stumble you from doing what you love to do, man. And that's what I always try to do here on the show. So I'm trying to encourage everyone, as you know, Nazario, and to get in your studio and start living again, man. Start doing what your passion is, and a lot of times when we start doing what we love to do, nothing. We find our gifts by doing that, and then we can share those gifts with those that around the world, and meeting new people like you, and it's just a beautiful thing when that happens. We don't have to go in isolation and live the rest of our life in despair. And so the beautiful thing about this channel is I always try to encourage each of you to find your gift and play your gift and create a new song, right? We always need to create a new song. And so it's a beautiful thing, man. And so I wanted to get on here early tonight, Nazario, because of the fact that I might go down to the beach and hang out down the beach and take some pictures, and just it's a little chilly, especially on the surf right now. I want to say, what is it in here where I'm at? I want to say it's like in the 60s here, with a slight breeze, and let's see what temperature it is, man. I'm gonna see how chilly it is outside. We do it is sunshine, so that's nice, but it's 61 right now where I'm at, and it's cloudy and sunshining, and let's see what the breeze is. A 12-mile-an-hour breeze. So it's kind of a little chilly out there right now. And so you figure if I get on the surf on the beach, that 12 miles an hour, it's going to be a little stronger on the beach coming off that coast. And it's going to be a little cooler too. So I don't know just yet. I don't know. I'm not 100% sure, but I did want to get on here and do the show and talk about and answer Dr. No's question and show him the phone, the other end, hang out with you guys a little while, and encourage you to get in your studio tonight, man. It's Friday night, and there's really no reason when work's done and everybody's at sleep for you to sneak on in there and pick up your guitar and start playing some old songs that you enjoyed learning from your guitar teacher, or maybe your fingers are a little tender from not playing. But here's the thing: all you have to do to create those calluses again is just get in there and play 10 minutes. Play 10 minutes tonight, play 10 minutes tomorrow night, 15 minutes the next night, and by the end of the week, I promise you, your fingers are already going to be worked up enough callus to play for at least 30 minutes of playing. So you go a whole week at 10 minutes or 15 minutes. By the end of by Friday of next week, you're going to be able to play a bunch of songs for at least 30 minutes without your fingers hurting. So that's what I've experienced through all the years of playing. But I've been playing the piano lately, so my fingers are real tender. And I played last night for about 10 minutes, man, and got through about two, 3 songs, and I was ready to put my guitar down. But it's all fun. As you know, playing music is a beautiful thing. No matter what instrument you play, it is always really cool to play. To get in there and get in your studio, man, and start recording some songs. Maybe some old stuff that you started working on. If you'll dig through your old files or whatever. I know me, I've got tons and tons of lyrics that I've written down or started a song and never ended up completing it. Maybe I left out a bridge, or maybe I left out a third verse or whatever. And but I've always kept everything, and so I've got tons and tons of old stuff that I've written down. Go through your files, go through your old notebooks and your pads of lyrics that you've written down in the past. Get in the studio, break your guitar out, man, and start recording, and see if you can work through that third verse, writing that third verse or writing that bridge to the song that's going to bring that song together as a whole and could possibly make it a hit song, man. You never know. You never know what you're going to create. I'm sure that anything you write now these days is going to be a lot better than what's being played on the radio here lately. But I wanted to tell you this was funny. I was watching, and y'all probably seen it before, but I was in the gym and I heard this song. It's real popular here, and they play the heck out of it at the gym. And I just want to go up there and tell them to turn it. But it's this girl and she's singing her vowels, man. Ooh 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 ah 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 ah, and it's a hit song. See, I used to play a lot. A couple of years ago, I had a pretty good British acoustic guitar and some Neumann acoustic effects pedals that got stolen. Oh no, man! Oh man, it got stolen. Oh my gosh, man. I hate to hear that kind of stuff, man. That is terrible, man. I know, I gave my brother-in-law at the time, I gave him I really sometimes I think, well, I've given so many guitars away, it's crazy, man. But I gave my brother-in-law one of my Yamaha acoustic guitars. It wasn't an expensive guitar. It was only like $300 or something, but I gave him one of my acoustic guitars, and I liked the way it sounded because it was one of those guitars that you could take on camping or whatever, and it was just I called it my throw around guitar because it didn't matter if it got a scratch on, but it had a nice big. It was a dreadlock guitar and had a nice big fat sound to it, and I like putting heavy strings on it and doing some drop D stuff on it or whatever. But it had a good sound, so I gave him this guitar, and he moved to Austin, Texas, and he went somewhere, and he had everything in the back of his car, and he had everything in the back of his car, and his guitar showing that I gave him. and someone busted the window and stole his guitar out of that. He was sick about it. I was sick about it, but over $3,000 for the equipment gone. Oh my gosh, you got to be kidding me, man! That is that's crazy, man. I am sorry. Did they break in your house and steal that or what? Wow. Wow, wow, wow. And so some of that stuff I'm sure you can't get back because it was vintage. And wow, that just sickens me, man. I really, really hate to hear that, Nazario, man. A lot of the stuff that I've gotten rid of, I've either given away or sold. And so I've never had that. I've never had that happen to me, man. I'm really, I'm sorry about that, man. Hopefully, you'll be able to acquire some things back, and especially a guitar, man, that you'll enjoy playing even more so. And I don't know. I don't know what to say about that, man. That's terrible, man. Uh, but yeah, if maybe something will happen, or you get in a situation where you can acquire another guitar and start playing again, and get inspired to start playing again, and start writing music, man. You know, it's a beautiful thing. Every aspect for me, as you know, Nazario, I like it all, man. I started out, I want to say, I actually started playing guitar in '82, and then I was still in high school, and I played on my own for several years, and then got into a band, and then at that point said, I want to learn my scales, and went and took some lessons and learned almost the seven modes, and some pentatonic major and minor scales, and then that took me to another level. And then, but all during this time, I can remember the first day that I picked up a guitar, I wrote my first song off one chord, the D, and just moving my fingers around in different positions in that D position, and wrote a whole song through it, man. It was called "The Last Song," and it's still to this day. My sister asked about that song, and I can still play it, and I still have the lyrics that I wrote on the scratch pad from back then. Isn't that crazy that I've kept all that stuff? But it's called "The Last Song." Save the children, save the world, man. And that's how it starts out. I wrote that my sophomore or junior year in high school, and so I started out just a musician, and then 1987 came around, and I met a pianist who could play everything under the sun: Bach, Beethoven. He was a trained classical musician. Also played a French horn, so he was great at different instruments. And in fact, he is the guy that's playing on next to me. We're still friends from 1987. I met him in 1987, and that's just how friendships are, man. You meet people, and you never know the friendships you'll carry on for a lifetime. And so he's a friend of mine still. I called him up. He came down and did and stayed with me for a few months, man, and hung out with me in a very troubled time that I was going through, and was a true friend, and actually recorded next to me, laid down some tracks with me. But so I started in '87. I started a band with him, and then him and I actually, he got me into recording. He had a big reel to reel and a big Tascam board and all this other stuff with a Grotary and Steinway piano that he played on, and that was my love. That's when I first fell in love with recording, was listening back to our stuff and his stuff on that reel to reel. And I knew at that day that it was going to be a love and a passion the rest of my life, and it has been. So from that time on, I've never stopped playing music. I never stopped recording music, and I never stopped learning different techniques, and reading and everything else, and just putting my feelers out there and learning from a lot of the masters and a lot of the pros. And so here I am today on a YouTube channel, uh reaching out to you guys around the world, and being able to meet new friends and hang out with you guys, man. What a beautiful thing. Life's beautiful, man. That's all I can say, man. We can always we can look at the glass half empty or we can see the glass half full, however you want to say it. But anyway, man, thank you guys so much for joining it. Thank you guys, Nazario, for hanging out with me today, man. I appreciate you. I do. And it's going to be really cool, man. The Audio Master t shirts. I am so pumped up, man, about these Audio Master t shirts, man. Um, so yeah, man, get in your studio, Nazario. If you uh do you have an instrument that you can still play on? Do you have a guitar or something that you can still play, even if it's just a thump around guitar, you know? I don't know if you have something, uh, maybe or a friend who has one and let you, borrow one just for a little while. It'd be kind of cool to get in there and start, playing your scales again and those cool classical guitar, fingering and whatever. I'm sure you played on a nylon guitar, right? A classical guitar. If you're classical musicians, that's typically what you want to play on is a guitar that has nylon strings on it. Usually a little higher action with a flat fretboard is typically what you like to play. I am a Gibson lover, and I like to play Gibson guitars because that's what I learned on was a Gibson Flying V, and it has a very very flat. Gibsons have flat necks, and so and then I played on Gibsons. Really, that's all I really ever played on. I did buy the signature Strat by Eric Johnson and played on that and ended up selling it like a month later to a good friend of mine because I don't like the necks on Strats or Tellys. But everybody has their own taste of ice cream, and Gibson, the flat neck is mine because I'm really really fast at my runs on a flat neck. Plus, my fingers don't want to slide off the edge of the guitar, and so I don't even mind if the neck is flat and wide. It can be a wide classical type, neck on the guitar, and I'm totally cool with that. Doesn't matter. I just know how to lift my hands up off and the angle. It's all about that, really, the angle and not so much the stretch, but it's always about the angle, right? So, anyway, yeah, man, get you a guitar and start playing again if you can, or borrow one from somebody, Nazario, and get on there and start playing what you love to do, man. Don't let this is what I've learned at my walk in life is don't let anyone discourage you or keep you from your dreams or tell you anything who you need to be and who not to be. And march to your own drum beat is what I gotta say. My dad used to say that when I was younger, and I didn't quite understand it until now, until I grew up and got wise. But march to your own drum beat and do your own thing, man. If your passion is like mine in the recording studio and you like recording and you like music, you like mixing, you like mastering, and you want to learn the whole shabam, you can wear all the hats, okay? Don't let nobody tell you you can't wear all the hats. Study it all and study it hard and reach out to people that are smarter than you, that have been in the game a lot longer than you. And trust me, man, if you can sit in with them on sessions or anything like that, you're going to learn super, super, super fast. You're going to learn their techniques and how they actually go about mixing and how they set up everything, how they get a balance with everything. And if you want to check out some of my old videos, I have many, many videos on all this stuff. But as you guys know, I always try to keep encouraging you to learn new things, learn new techniques, and also don't be a recluse, okay? And reach out to other people like me and other people on YouTube and, invite them in your world. And so they'll want to come and teach you things. And because you'll be surprised at who will talk to you, famous or not, rich or poor, it doesn't matter. Treat everybody the same with respect. And you'll be surprised the people that want to share their knowledge, and you'll be real surprised at what you can learn from the least expected person that might be the key to all your answers to what you've been missing out on, man. The missing link to what you've been missing out on as to getting you to another level on recording and mixing and all that other stuff. So it may be somebody like me. I know I can go. I can go watch anybody I want to. Grammy award winning mixing mastering engineers on YouTube all day long, and they can show me what they're doing behind the computer and all that other stuff, and it all looks good. But there's sometimes you'll learn things that they leave out, okay? And it might be something that, like I say, from somebody like me who just talks about things and actually shares some key information, actually gonna get you to where you need to be, as to where you understand what they're doing and understand what they're saying. And so you never stop learning, and you never know what you're going to learn from whoever. And so just reach out to everyone and include everyone that's in your circle or out of your circle that loves doing what you do. And you'll be surprised, man, how fast you'll learn. And it's really not that hard. It's not that hard. Once you learn some basics, mixing some great audio and recording is not that hard, man. And you just get better and better and better whenever you start to listen to the details of things and listening to your reference songs in different kind of ways. I was telling everybody last night that I was listening to the Outfield. The Outfield was a group that came out in the early 80s and or late 80s, I'm sorry, or sometime around then. I need to look. But anyway, the Outfield, I was listening to Deep Play, and that whole album, on every song on that album is just smoking hot. I love that album. But and I was listening to the album in a different kind of way this time. I was listening to those songs that I when I was a kid listening to them, because I just loved the music, and I loved the vocals, and I loved, how well written everything was, and put together. But I was listening to it the other night in a different kind of way and studying the mix and actually what came in and out of the mix, where the instruments were being pulled and taken in the stereo field, how the movement was coming in, and also the dynamics of the song, to when the breaks were and how much dynamics came in after the breaks in the song. And so you start listening to your favorite songs in a different kind of way. Like I say, before you listen to them because it was a great song, but now you listen to them because you're an engineer and you want to understand and study what makes it a great song. And so try this out. Take one of your songs that you really, really like today or tonight and go in the studio and break it down and listen to that song in a different kind of way than you used to listen to it, but listen to it as to what's making it a good song and what's actually propelling the song and pushing it and driving it. And just, is it the beat? Is it how loud the snare is in the song? Is it how loud the kick drum or the bass guitar is in the song? Is it the kick drum and the bass guitar that's propelling the song that makes you want to dance and groove to the song? What is it? What is it about this song? And as the song keeps going through the 3 minutes and 30 seconds, what other elements is the engineer mixing in the song and throwing in the mix? Is he adding other things, ear candy stuff that's coming in at the top of the mix or swelling in and out? And these are things that you get better at listening for. Okay. And this is going to help you out in your mixes tremendously, man. And I can't reiterate or emphasize how an engineer to take a song that he used to love and listen to as a song, but now take that song and use it as a reference and listen to it through your monitors. Go ahead and dump it in your DAW, okay? And listen to it through your monitors that you're actually recording and mixing your stuff on, and just listen for in those aspects of things coming in and out of the mix, and what really made that a hit song back whenever you were listening. It may be an old Police song or Sting, or maybe an old Billy Idol song, or maybe an old rock song like Led Zeppelin or somebody like that. But whatever song it is, listen to how the engineer mixed it out, and the amount of reverb and delay that he had in the mix, and when things came and pulled. The, the the compression in the song, was there tons of compression going on or very little, where there's a lot of dynamics? Just pay more attention to that as an audio engineer. And you know what, man? The better that you can break down a song, Okay, the better what I mean by is a breakdown of song, but the better that you can understand the format of the song. Okay, like knowing when the bridge is going to come in, knowing when the pre-chorus is going to come in, or the chorus, knowing when they're going to fade out and end the song, and then also knowing how things are moving around the mix and where things are placed in the mix. The better you can break down a song, the better engineer and producer you're going to be. Okay, it's only going to help you get better and know, how do I want to write my song? Do I want a bridge in my song or no? Or do I want what instruments do I want in this song? Is it going to be just a guitar and a cello in the song? And if so, where's it going to be placed in the mix? Where's the vocals going to sit compared to everything else? Is there going to be tons of delay on this or that? Are things going to be moving in the stereo field? And so, studying other people's work, this is what I'm getting at. Just as an artist, a painter studies other people's painting techniques, you as a musician and an engineer, that's what we do. We study other people's work, and it only makes us better, right? I had someone say that to me years ago when I was in a band. I always like to write my own music and my own stuff, but the other guys really like to play Led Zeppelin, The Doors, and all classic rock stuff. So I wasn't. It wasn't that I didn't like doing that, but at the time, I was like, why am I spending so much energy learning other people's stuff when I enjoy writing my own stuff? Well, I'll tell you why. Because when you learn other people's stuff and their techniques, okay, it only makes you better when you go to write your own stuff. And then you can use your own amalgamation from take this person the way he does this, take this engineer the way he does this, take this artist the way he does this, and you can use all of that to your benefit. And then what you have is a new piece of art. And so you've just taken a little bit from him, and a little bit from her, and a little bit from him, and you've actually created something new. And don't we all do that? Because as we all know, as the story goes, there's nothing new under the sun. And so, but what we can do is we can learn from everybody else, and we can make our own amalgamation of our own music, and create a new song, man. So I hope this helps you out today, guys, man. As always, I hope you're enjoying your Friday, man. I'm getting stoked as the day goes by. I'm contemplating if I want to hit the beach or not. But I thought, well, I'd get on here and do a show with you guys anyway, and see if because like I said, I didn't know if I was actually going to be leaving this afternoon and not going to be able to do a show with y'all. Because if I go down there, I'll probably be down there tonight and tomorrow, and so that's 2 nights of not being, on. And I was like, man, I'm just going to go ahead and get on early today and hang out with you guys, man, and see what's going on, and let you know what's going on here, and show Dr. Fun my phone microphone, the connector on the end of that, and how that actually works out. But yeah, those thanks so much for joining in. Oh, if you haven't hit that share or like, if you hit the like, if you hit the share, and you comment in the comment section, it just helps the video get in the algorithm and continue on. I'm sure you hear this from everybody, but it will help my channel grow. And it is much appreciated if you can actually um, hit that like button and comment down there below. And here's the thing, man, I am going to reach back out to you and comment and answer your questions. So whenever you write in or whatever, I am going to either answer you live, like here with Nazario, or I am going to get back with each and every one of you, because all of you are valuable in my YouTube channel, man. You don't want to miss out on the Audio Master t-shirts, man. I'm telling you, they're going to be smoking hot. You're going to want one of these shirts, man. As always, thank you guys for joining in today, and we will see you again.